So, but please remember, no matter what, it is going to be a mixture. So as the vapors rise, you're going to have more ethanol in it, but you will still have a little bit of water. So, which is why you end up with, at the end, a liquid that is still going to have some water in it down here at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to have some water in it, but it's going to have more ethanol than it did water compared to the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and this is where if you condense the vapors, you're going to end up with this strong alcoholic liquid compared to where we started, as I stated. And then that your distillation strength relates to the aroma intensity. The higher your distillation strength, the lower the aroma intensity and vice versa. So keep that in mind as we start talking about different types of distillation. So the basic one that we think about is a pot distillation. This pot still is very similar to what is used to make cognac. The pot stills designed are varied, but they have three main elements in common. You have a heat source, which it could be coming from gas, like it is here, where it's a direct heat source, or it could be through hot water. So there's a lot of different heat sources out there. Don't get hung up in that, but you need to know that it is a heat source. Then there is heat source down here. There we go. Then you have your pot. And then you have your condenser, which is all the way over here. So those are going to be your three main parts of your pot still. And depending on where the spirit is being made, there might be a little bit of variation on how it looks, shapes, whatnot. But those are your three main elements that you need to be familiar with the pot still. So when we're talking about distillation in a pot still, we're going to keep things really simple. And this is generally referred to as batch distillation. So what it amounts to is that you're going to undergo one batch of distillation. You're going to take that product, the product is going to come off and through the condenser and come off into a bucket. And then you're going to take that and put it through another round of distillation. Please remember, this is very simplified. There's a lot more complexity to this but we're keeping things pretty straightforward. So for the vast majority of spirits that undergo batch distillation, they need to be twice distilled in order to make a spirit. So what you're going to have is you're going to start with your fermented alcoholic liquid. That's going to be at about 8 to 10%, as we stated before. It's going to undergo your first distillation. So it's going to be heated up. It's going to go through a condenser and come off into a separate receiving tank. And it's going to go through these steps. And then it's going to create this product of the first distillation. And it's going to be about 25% alcohol, ABV. They're then going to take that container, and they're going to put it through a second distillation. And this will be then what creates this newly made spirit that's going to be at about 75% alcohol, ABV.